Hello everybody, Reggie Time here again, and in this video we're going to be playing some 15L Snap. The reason for that is it's already 20 past 12 in the morning. There's only 20 odd players in the 13L pool, so we're just going to play 15 instead, so because I can't be out to the session breaking down after what could be like 20 minutes or half an hour, etc. I'm not properly rolled for 15L on this site. I've only got maybe $700 or so in my AAA account, so we are going to be, if we get up to say 80 big blinds, $80 at a table, we're likely just to like rattle with it and come back down, because I don't really want to have to redeposit, and you just costs you fucking juice and it's annoying. And also on top of that, I'm not that confident in my like deeper stacked game, especially against what's more than likely going to be some stronger opponents. So yeah, if we get up to like $75 plus $80, then we'll be rat-holing. Some of you guys might not like that. I don't really care. If the game allows you to do it, I mean, obviously on regular tables you can't do it. You rat-hole and you come back, it makes you buy in for the same again. These games allow it. I'm sure other people do it too. Yeah, whatever. I'm ambivalent to it. We're doing the same strategy as the previous video, where we're going to be looking to who's to whack behind us before we choose our open size. If we think there's fishy guys behind, we're going to be opening bigger. If we think there's mostly regulars behind, we're going to be open like smaller sizes. We're going to be opening the same ranges, of course, but just different sizes based on who's to whack behind us, not based on our actual hand. I'm going to put like a small bit out here with the jacks, just to try and get a call from like any pair by that point. With a min raise and a 3-bet. Don't know either of these players. I'm going to go with a small cold 4-bet, and obviously fold to a jam or fold to a 5-bet or what have you. Hand seems too strong to fold, but flatting it seems fucking horrible. I said, I mean, this guy's a fish. He's got the fish tag, so he's likely a fish. But this guy never. I don't recall seeing him anyway. Could be anything. Could be a nick. Could be a lag. Could be a whale. No idea whatsoever. We go bigger here with the trip 9s. Just hope that our friend's got an ace. He doesn't want to fold. And again, we're going to go really big. I'd probably want to go big here with like missed draws too, so I'm really comfortable going this big. And we do get 3 streets, which is pretty sweet. He had to have an ace, didn't he? Yeah, ace jack. Unfortunate river for him. Jumps ahead of all my ace queens and ace kings and what have you, but very unlikely I'd be tripling them using that particular river sizing, but of course he doesn't know that. I'm not even sure I'd have too many bluffs on that board that want a triple barrel. Once I get called and I'm out of position on an ace high board with weak hands, very rarely empty the clip. Maybe I do with flush draws sometimes, but just very rarely, because as we told you, some people aren't really in the business of folding top pair very often. So we got behind us here. Weak type player, unknown, and a short stacker in the small blind, or someone with a short stack in the small blind. So we're going to open small. We get 3-bet. We're not going to defend 7 high out of position. So many unknown players to me here. I'm going to open tight. We're not going to play too loose from under the gun in a pool that I'm not familiar with. Maybe if we start getting some players tagged as we go along. So a fish there. What does my note say here? Don't really say much. I'm fishing the big blind, so we're going to open for pot with the 6s under the gun. Need to be tagging some of these short stack players just in case they double up. I don't want to be confusing them with like potentially skilled regulars. 3 fish at one table. That's 4. Wow. And we time out, but never mind. Got to get them fish tagged. Just got to get them fish well and truly tagged up. And some of them won't even be fish. Some of them just be like shitty tight players who either don't have a bankroll or don't know. Usually, when I see tight players that are playing short stacks, I just presume that they just don't have a bankroll, and maybe they're just like playing 2 tables with the case money or what have you. Occasionally, you see some like this that like start bang on 20 that could end up being, and I hate using the term, but pro short stackers, if you will, people who play in a tight short stacking strategy. Still think they're shit, not good at poker, but they're certainly harder to beat than genuine fish, of course. Don't know how long the video is going to be. If it goes well and we keep winning, then I'll probably keep playing. If the games feel shit or we have a bit of a rough trot, then we'll just end the video when I can't be asked playing anymore and stick it up there. I almost never like make a recording and then not produce it because I just don't have the time or the inclination to be that guy. If I have a bad session where I lose a bit and I play shit, then I have a bad session, I lose a bit, I play shit, and we still put it up because I haven't got time to fuck around really. So this guy's check called on that flop. He's going to just like 2 high cards here a lot. Sadly, an ace falls right into that. We're not going to double barrel here. We have picked up the gut shot, but we're not going to double barrel. He's going to check call way too often with like ace jack, ace queen, ace king, all those types of things. And he just didn't take it down now. People don't see bet those boards with the check call. I'm not saying they exclusively have like ace highs and like maybe some like good king highs with some backdoors, but it forms an absolutely enormous part of the range. And if they haven't got those, then they've just got like pairs that are just pot controlling. So either way, once we get called on that flop with our bottom pair no kicker or weak kicker or second bottom pair, whatever it was, then I'm pretty much done with it. Unless we improve, of course. So we flop the worst possible straight here, but we're still going to have to play a big one, I guess. We're going to be going for the check raise here. Okay, we're not going to be going for the check raise. So instead, we're going to be going with the over bet, I think. All kinds of hands that check back this flop. No, in fact, no, we're not going to be going with the over bet. We're just going to be going with like the pot size bet. 9 of clubs, not a great card. I don't think he has a set on the flop, so I don't think the 9 of clubs like improves into a boat. He probably c-bets his flush draws, you would imagine. Not sure what to do here. It's going to be hard to get value unless it's like turn river trips. He's going to check and then decide based on his bet size. I expect the bet. Oh, okay, the bet didn't come in. You got the low end of a straight. The board's just paired and a flush has got there. I don't think it's a spot where we can bet very often there. Ace queen. Didn't even bluff with it. Just as well for him because it probably wouldn't have worked. Brad won call. I'm sure he's part of the Facebook group. Hello to you, Brad. Good luck. Well, good luck in future, apart from against me. I think he's going to turn up with like nothing here and under pair, so I'm just going to pot it twice, and if he wants to look me up with like pocket queens, pocket jacks, whatever, then good for him. We have blue tag and we have a limper. I'm going to be mashing that 5x button here. Flop a nut flush draw, get donked into. Not going to trust a fish to fold an ace if we raise, so we're just going to play a position well, or try to at least. I mean, you can just fold this turn. We're not getting correct odds to draw, and we're not getting great implied odds given that we'll put a 4 flush out there, so just let it go. It's Crazy Bobo's probably more like, in fact, we're going to tag him for now as a blue tag rather than a fish. It looks like he's just auto topping back up to 20 all the time, so I suspect he's way more likely to be a sort of like tight short stacking player than an actual fish. 8-7 off, just a little bit too weak in the cutoff. I'm always like 8-7 off, 10-9 off, cut off. I think it's probably a weak open most of the time, but sometimes it gets the better of me and I just go with it anyway. I think we're going to see a min bet pot from this dude here. He's going to tank a bit more on the river and then pot it. That's my prediction. No, he didn't. Prediction all wrong. I think we're going to lose to a 7 or a 6 then. But I mean, obviously we just have to call. And we chop with ace 4. No, we beat ace 4, sorry. Don't even know the rules of the fucking game. We need to just call one seer versus this delayed bet versus my missed C bet. If he's any good, he's going to read me for a king here quite a lot, given the line I've taken. If he's not any good, he might just continue bluffing, so we'll allow him to do that. And hope he hasn't like turned 2s full or something. No reason to raise here. I'm not going to call us with worse. Well, king 10 maybe, something like that, but the hand I'm most worried about here is his turn deuces full, but and he did. Never mind. Certainly going to raise here versus somebody with a fish tag with our very vulnerable made hand. We could be drawing close to dead if he ships it on us, but there's not a chance we can fold it. easy check call on this flop unless he bets really big. Don't think he checks back a jack on that board with a potential fish in the pot, so we're going to just bet here just to try and like protect our hand if we're ahead. We don't want to be giving any more free cards out on that board texture really. Because the potential short stack when the blinds are going to open for our smaller size, and again here we're going to just open small because of the size of his big blind. He does 3-bet as we have 4 high. A trivially easy fold. Flop to flush here. Gonna call and give this guy a chance to do some spewing. I mean, the only card we're really worried about is like a non-ace of diamonds coming. Now we need to just put a very small raise in here and then shove river. I mean, I guess we could just call and shove river too, but he's bet twice. Very surprised he folded to like a $1.50 raise. He must have just had absolutely nothing there. Maybe we cost ourselves like another like dollar bet on the river or something, but no big deal. Quite like the idea of becoming a 15L snap regular. Not entirely sure how soft the game is. I mean, if it was like this every night, then it wouldn't even be a decision. There does seem to be not too many. Well, there'll be some regulars around that I don't know regulars yet, but there seems to be enough dead money in the pool where I think I'd certainly be a long-term winning player in the game. I haven't proven it for a long time though. I haven't played these games. I mean, I've played a little bit on stream and won some money, but certainly not enough to decide whether or not, or to determine whether or not I was a winning player in the games. I suspect I am, but you've got to get out there and put the hand in and prove it. I'm about to say I hope he checks and we can just bet like 2 and hope he finds something to call with. Not going to isolate with the Jack 9 off on the button. I was waiting to open raise from the button, but once someone comes in the pot, the Jack 9 is almost always going to go in the bin unless it's an uber whale. Not opening the A7 here. This whale's got a jamming stack. This guy might be 3-bet happy. So we're not going to open the A7 suited. Potentially 3 fish in this pot, so I'm going to open the 6-5 under the gun. Call one more time. You're not calling river unless we improve. I'm going to just bet once here on the King 5-6. It's not a particularly good board for us, but it does, you know, we can represent the king and what have you. Now we're just going to shut down, check back here. Thoroughly dominated there, and we can't credibly represent anything here. We've like after we check the turn, so we're just going to give up. Wish this guy had just fucking treble up or fuck off, because certainly have an effect on the hands we can open when we see him at the table. We'll open the 10-9 off with 2 potential fish in the blinds. Wouldn't open it if there was some regulars in there. Flop an open ender on a board that's much better for our range than our opponents, so we can certainly see bet. Just dribbling away, Menego. Just dribbling away. Some self-respect, sir. Top up your stack or just fuck off. Could be a spot where we could 3-bet if we're regular open, but with him having the fishy tag, we don't expect to get too many folds, so therefore we're not going to do a lot of 3-bet bluffing. There's just people we don't expect to be folding too often. Would certainly be a 3-bet if it was a regular that had made like the pretty small isolation. Call once here against somebody with a orange tag. Don't expect him to be out of line very often in these spots, but we do have an overpair, albeit a tiny one and a gut shot, so way too weak just to fold to 1-bet. And certainly going to fold versus double barrel. Don't expect him to have very many bluffs at all there. Orange tag for me is typically like a bad reg, weak tight type tag usually. Should probably find my seat out here first. No, it doesn't really tell me very much about him. I have the ace of diamonds here, which could be relevant. I say I won't be exactly excited about the situation had he called a second time there. Weird spot, kind of like it's going to be hard to get called twice by a worse hand, but at the same time we don't really want to start checking in that spot either and just guessing. Probably rather make a bet fold there than a check guess. Get squeezed here by a fish. This guy comes along too, so we're just going to call and try and hit a home run. Not looking like a home run at the moment. PC bets big here, we'll let it go. Certainly going to check this through. We could bet tiny, I suppose. I think I prefer betting really small than checking actually. I'm surprised if our opponent has an ace here. But now we turn 2-pair, we can certainly try and play a bigger pot. It'll be pretty grim if we get check raised, but we're not folding. a flop we can use. No reason to bet. There's not an awful lot he can call with. Jack Queen, that's a mighty ambitious call, sir. Led into on the turn here. Really don't like it. I'll fold river if he leads again. Instantly checks. Yeah, it's queen. I mean, his line's really poor there. I mean, everything he did until the river was fine, but I mean, he just needs to bet that river, sir. Just provide you bet your own hand. So why you don't see me bluffing as much in these games, because people are just so fucking like weak tight with their like made hands, like one pair made one pair type hands. I mean, they play the 2 pair plus strong, so weak with the 1 pair. Just needs to go bet there. Sound next blind here and reload, given we're up to a $82 stack. Call here if one more person calls. I was saying that as he is in the pot, we're certainly going to defend the Queen Jack now the fish is in the pot. No, we're not going to defend it given the really badly sized squeeze. If anyone can answer this question for me, when you get this 888 logo that doesn't show a location, my guess is it's because it's people playing on a VPN from a country that the software can't establish. Could be wrong, but if anyone knows what the 888 location means rather than like an actual country, if you know for sure what that is, please let me know. It's been a constant source of curiosity to me. I guess I could just go on 2+2 and ask the 888 rep, but that's effort, isn't it? Some effort involved there that clearly can't be asked to put in. Board pairs to 10, which isn't really good for us. It's a better card for him than it is for us, really. He's got some 10x in his check calling range. We're not going to double barrel when the board pairs. Going to check back and fold river unimproved. Now we beat some of his pocket pairs, but we're not going to bluff catch you. I mean, I don't think he's betting ace high very often here. And I guess he can just have some like pocket 7s, pocket 8s and things like that that just tries to get me off ace high. But yeah, if that's what he's doing, he's just going to win. These games aren't super squeeze heavy, so we're going to try and set mine a little bit more than we would if we were playing on PokerStars Snap, and instantly we do get squeezed, which is as ironic as it is irritating. I'm gonna have to call this all in. Ought to be in a flip. We just hope we didn't have aces or kings, don't we? And then we'll let the cards take care of the rest of it. And he does have the aces. He has diamonds too. We're in rough shape. We're dead. Nothing much we're going to be able to do about that. That's where when we look at that now, cause we don't know if it's a fish or not, and then so we look at it and we find out that it's something like a fucking 18/3, and we deeply regret the call. Emma, what's your stats? I'll take it on the other page. It's too fucking big. 12/12 over 17 hands. So I guess we still would have called anyway, but and versus that size, but it would have made me less tempted to get involved, that's for sure. So these fish tags, they don't necessarily mean that someone's loose, it just means that they're super unlikely to be a skilled regular. That's all it means. Just stab one, see, with the king 10. If we get called, then we're only going to barrel on kings or tens, usually. Certainly not going to barrel on a deuce of spades. One last chance to hit a king or a 10. Nope. I don't like my 10 much, but while he just keeps min betting, we're just going to keep clicking call. Checks and we win. He could have won that pot at almost any point had he actually made a reasonable bet size. Instead he just double barreled 50 cents with a complete airball. I think we understand now why his stack was dribbling away earlier. I'm going to presume he's reloaded rather than spun it up. Three fish, 4 fish, we get 3 bet by one of the fish. I think king jack suited against someone with the fish tag, even though it's middle position versus under the gun, I still think we're going to need to defend this and just give up at this point. But yeah, I think against a regular there I could be easily consider just folding, but not against somebody with a fish tag. I'm going to want to see flops against those guys. 3 should have been erased, by the way. There's lack of concentration from me. Fish opens. Dimson doesn't squeeze much. Don't know much about this dude. Flatten the button. Try and see a flop. And totally whiff it. Get back to say this should go c-bet from him, fold from us. 8-5 off. Nope, not today. King Jack off. No, well, only one obvious fish at the table, so we're going to muck that under the gun. This guy only has a 3% 3-bet on my records today. When people only have a 3% 3-bet, I'm not going to be going out of my way to defend hands that can be very easily dominated versus their 4 bets. And check fold the deuce on the turn here if he bets again. And still check folding. I expect to check down and lose against like a 5 or an 8 here a lot, but don't necessarily expect him to fold one if I bet. Last time this guy min bet, he just had air. So given we think he might be betting weak, and also just be betting like a 10 or an 8 here that might call a small raise, we're going to go with the raise. If we get 3-bet, it'll probably hurt a little bit, but we'll fold. The ball's just too coordinated to like do a slow play or what have you, however you want to describe it, against like that bet size. If you'd bet bigger, we'd just have called, of course. Not the best of flops, but not the worst either. We have some back doors that we can double barrel if our c-bet gets called. That wouldn't be one of them. If he checks the river to us after we check back, we're going to bluff the river though, for sure. Two fish in the blinds, or two, well, one certain fish, one, I'm not sure. I think Jack 9 off can be an okay open. Again, it's loose, we're not going to defend it if we get 3-bet, but given we're likely going to have position against players that we suspect might be weak, then I can get on board with it. And it's 9 off. I can see 3 fish tags, so it's going to be an open. This dude can definitely get the fish tag now. Again, overcard, backdoors. Start out with the c-bet and then proceed with Due Diligence, if called. That seems like a good turn card in terms of increasing our equity. I'm not sure how good it's going to be in terms of getting folds from him, but we're probably going to triple at this point now. Not going to get too big on the turn, which will allow him to still call with some weak hands that we can make fold on the river. The bigger we bet, the more likely we force him to have like 10x and what have you, that might not fold rivers to us. Sadly, we get check raise, which is him representing 2 pair plus. So I think we have good implied odds here on a call, because if we hit a spade, I think we can probably take a decent pot from him. We're not getting the correct direct odds here, but I think on a spade we can make some money. The ace makes life difficult. If he bets, I think I'm just going to fold, because my read was he had 2 pair plus on the turn. Not to say it's not my read, but typically turn check raises are 2 pair plus type hands. We block the obvious draws. We block 9-8, we block spades, which is way more likely he has a made hand here that he likes. I mean, that turn call's pretty loose, but if I think someone's strong, then obviously we would hope that we'd have some pretty good implied odds on making the nuts there. So after a good start to the session, we've kind of fallen into a little hole, but such is life. Not convinced by this 3-bet against a fishy tag. Far from convinced by it. Maybe it might have played better as a call with there being a fish in the blinds. Right, we're going to go and check out this Mizmi, and now we've got some more hands. Make sure they still have like a pretty small 3-bet. I mean, we're probably not going to do very much with the 9-8. I'm just going to use the fact we've been 3-bet by them again as a prompt to just double check what we've got on them. What's the name? MS Mila. MS Mila. 24-17 with a 4.5% 3-bet we got now. I mean, that 3-bet may or may not be accurate. It's only 1,700 hands. I don't go out of my way to create aggressive dynamics with regulars. If they create one, then and obviously I need to try and do something about it, but I'm not going to just start defending 9 highs and 4-betting them and stuff without due cause. It's annoying because you've got 9-8 suited and you want to see flops, but if you've got a good player who has position on you and they 3-bet you, life's going to get very difficult with those types of hands. In position, I'd probably defend it versus the same sizing, but out of position, I just don't think we're going to make money in that spot. Played against this player earlier. It's kind of a loose, aggressive UK player who was trying to give me a hard time. Didn't exactly succeed, but they were trying. That's a set. Hopefully he doesn't have a bigger one and we can take his money. If I thought for sure he had aces here, I would definitely raise, but I think we'll wait for the turn to raise. If he double barrels, then I'm going to be very confident he's going to have at least top pair. Way more likely to think now he's either got king queen, ace king, that type of thing. I'm going to bet really, really small. Just hope he finds a call with something. Nope. Never mind. This is Joe, he used to be a friend of the stream, hence the bull tag. I'm just going to call here, let the fish come in the pot. Joe's a pretty conservative player, so although we can certainly 3-bet ace queen against him. I don't like saying for value pre-flop because we're a long way from collecting our value, but certainly I think we're doing okay against his range and not doing terribly against his like 3-bet calling range. I think I'd still rather just keep this fishing and look to maybe play some big pots with just top pair against the fish. I'd have opened small. I didn't notice 2 stack sizes there in the blind. That would definitely be the smaller open if I'd paid attention sooner. Pay attention, Reggie. Pay attention. Because I think it's a borderline open into those stack sizes. To open for full pot into those stack sizes is just not good. I still probably would have opened the hand, but maybe if I'd noticed a stack size, I would just have pitched it. Queen Jack suited, fish up. Oh, this is the 12-12 guy, isn't it? This is the guy that we saw playing 12-12. Don't know anything about the big blind. And I hope not to get squeezed. Good start, we didn't get squeezed. Next part of the mission. Don't give too much value to a nit. Or potential nit, but we have to check raise versus that sizing. Not an ideal turn card. I certainly don't want to barrel on it. He bets 50 cents again. Don't put a club down. Motherfucker. Wow. What the fuck? What the fuck did we just witness? Min bets bottom set on that board. Min bets middle set on that board. Just calls a raise when we can have fucking all kinds of worse hands that would still continue. Min bet turn. I mean, I guess he has to check back river because I mean his hand's not worth very much by then. But yeah, his flop and turn play were pretty fucking rubbish. Pretty glad that last club came off then, because we certainly would have check called a, not saying a huge river bet, but we could have lost a lot more money in that pot. Need to find him again, and I'll do it this way, off camera, and put a note that he min bets middle set and just calls a raise, then min bets turn. That seems shit. I don't care what he's getting the fucking green tag. Don't give a fuck how tight he is. He is getting the green tag. I'd very much like to flop a set so we can show you guys how to play sets better. And it wouldn't be hard to play sets better. We could just bet 2 big blinds and we played it better. Sadly, sets haven't been bestowing themselves upon us too much yet this evening. Multi-reaction wouldn't be a bad time. Oh well, we're not going to try and flop a set because he's just made a fucking enormous squeeze. Can't blame him because there's a lot of money already in the pot, so I don't hate his squeeze size here. When we pot it and then there's 2 callers, there's getting on for like $6 already in the pot. Maybe we should tone down these pot size opens. Maybe we should just tone them down a little bit and under the gun, regardless who's at the table, make them a little bit smaller, possibly. Not even try and bluff with this open ender. So as it was talked about in the last video I made, how absurdly passive these games are. It seems to me people like so rarely, just so very rarely bet, unless you've got like a super strong, like a nut flush draw or combo draw or 2 pair plus. The games seem like insanely passive, and it seems to be the case at 15L2, with maybe the occasional exception. Not sure what's going on with poker at the minute, but post flop, lots and lots of players seem to be getting themselves very lost. I'm not going to see bet this board into 2 players. I think we're not going to get anywhere near enough fault on this board texture. Versus like a limp caller and a small blind caller. I've warned myself so often in poker recently, like the last month or so, even though I've done really well, I've warned myself with like thin value bets, thinking there's no way my hand can't be good. I'll have like a top pair reasonable kicker or something like that, or a really strong second pair, and I'd be like, there's no way I'm not good here, so we need to value bet. And we've just had like people checking some like incredibly strong hands in small pots too, not even in big pots, in quite small pots where they haven't even bothered to build a pot with their hand. I don't know what's going on. Really don't know. The game seems to be like more passive than ever post flop. Right, so he's min bet and checked. It means he's got fuck all, but we'll still try and make a bet. Right, now we're going to hope he's got a straight or a flush. Maybe my read was wrong. Maybe he didn't have fuck all from the start. King deuce. Wow, that could have been a much bigger pot. Min bet flop. Just check call turn. Don't like calling 3 streets versus people with rock tags. Unless he was like c-betting a hand that contained a jack. Yeah. No, against a rock we're just going to fold. He could be like double barreling there with the draw, I guess. But you can have all the over pairs. You can have like c-bet and ace jack type hand and made top pair. Not really going to start calling down with second pair against people with the rock next to their name. Some players I would absolutely not fold that hand to, but he wouldn't be one of them. Still know we didn't make more with that ace king. King jack, sorry. What is it with these fucking mindonks? Two overs and backdoor spades. We're going to kick it off with a small raise and see where we go from there. I'm just going to call with that ace king suited here and then just continue on boards that are good for us. It's a called 4-bet, but it's only a called 4-bet over a min raise, but nevertheless, still not going to get overexcited with it. And he makes a really big c-bet, and we're going to be quite pleased that we didn't rock and roll pre-flop there and get stacked by a big pocket pair. When I see people like 3-bet then c-bet anything more than like 50% pot these days, you just know, again, you know they're not a regular that's like up to speed with like the current trends. So you know the very best they can be is a bad regular, and quite often much worse. I'm not going to check raise here on the ace king X board. It's just like big range advantage on this board. And we are going to lead out here though. Don't want him checking back like ace 10, ace queen, stuff like that. C-bet small here. If he raises, we're probably just going to have to ship it in, I think. We can't ship over that sizing, but we're going to raise and not fold. We'll take that with king high. We will absolutely take it. And we flopped a set against Joe and didn't get a fucking cent, which is good for Joe, I guess, but shit for us. Sometimes I'll overlimp with small pocket pairs in like super fishy games on Sky and what have you, but in slightly tougher games I prefer just to either isolate or fold. Well, it's scarce, but don't see him enter a pot, so there's a reasonable chance he's something of a nip. And check raise this board for sure. 3 bet out of position. Someone doesn't have a big stack. 6s. Trivial fold. Abysmal flop for our hand, which is complete give up job here and now. Three bet by a rock. Incredibly easy fold with a hand that's going to be badly dominated a big chunk of the time. Maybe could have gone smaller here. It's like 250 or something, possibly. You've got to try and put people's like ace highs and things under maximum pressure. They're just like to like force them to find a call with it, and even with just like queen jack and things like that. Open ender here. Fish min donks. Puts a huge raise in. Irritating forward. Backdoor spades too, but that is just way too big for us to be able to continue against. And we're not guaranteed to even see the next card because we weren't closing the action. King, jack, jack. If he's got a jack, then I guess good for him. It's been a bit aggressive, this guy. There's a chance we might get squeezed here, but in fact, yeah, we're going to 3-bet. Don't raise. Thank you. Could handle a call, but not a raise. A raise would be distressing. One more reasonable pot on this table and we're going to rat hole. Come on dude, piss or get off the pot, lad. It's a set on table 1. Donk 8. That's the spirit. Oh, he's not drawing dead all of a sudden. Whew. He is now. Well, he's not drawing dead. No more cards to come. Not a very pretty flop for Queen Jack suited. You can take it with a bet, sir. He checks it. And take a small stabbing position versus the check, I think. Types of hand check call on that board. Check back and then bet river if he checks again. I think it's the line here. Never mind. Here we go again with another piece of rattling. I'm going to keep playing for a while longer, but I think an hour's a long enough video, isn't it? No one's really going to sit and, well, some people might. There are some people who watch like every minute of every video I put out, but they're few and far between. An hour's probably long enough. And play around to our blinds, and then we'll end the video, and then I'll continue on my merry way. Peel 1C with a gut shot to the nuts. Now he starts checking, which makes me want a double barrel. We'll start with a small and then we'll end with a big. I'm worried here that he's going to like just check call me down with a jack, but I mean we have 9 high. Yeah, he does. And this is what I was saying earlier. That people just get like super passive. Like they flop top pair, then they just you get one bet called and just get into showdown mode. Which is why I don't do those types of bluffs very often whatsoever. Also concerned we're going to end up paying off here with our trip aces, but I don't think we're going to be able to find a fold unless he like pots it or something. I mean, just what bluffs does he have here? He's opened under the gun and he's triple barreled. And we only beat bluffs. King, Jack, King, Queen. I just don't think people play that way very often. I'm just going to make an incredibly tight fold. So there we go. I've ended the video on a bit of a low there with losing 2 pots in a row. We ended up having a -£3 session. Not the end of the world. And now I can't seem to fucking make Holder Manager fuck off and move. It's quite annoying. So we're going to end the video on a shitty old screenshot. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Any comments, any questions, let me know. And I'd be delighted to respond to them. Take care everybody, and bye bye for now. Only now the fucking video, the whole computer appears to have crashed. This is going to be disappointing if we can't somehow rescue the situation. please let me end the video now.